Hi. So I thought I'd show off a previous project of mine, and looking at because I've got a new computer that I've had for maybe a year, not even, and I hadn't even had Planet Coaster One installed on this PC. So this project is quite old, um, and looking at the last time I modified it, the save file for this was 2020. So yeah, six years ago is when I put down this project, and I think it's fair to say that it was finished when I finished it and put it down. It was finished, and if you can't tell already, it's it's Magic Kingdom at Disney World in Florida, as close to a recreation as I could possibly do. Um, Almost everything is was made by myself. There's a few things that weren't, and if I remember off the top of my head, um, the oh gosh, what's this hotel called? Oh God, Contemporary. The Contemporary Hotel, that was not built by me. That was from the workshop. Um, the Splash Mountain over here, that was from the workshop. And Casey's Corner, for some reason, like I built every other Main Street building except for Casey's Corner. I don't know why. I think must have been that the one that I found was so good that I was like, well, may as well. Um, yeah. So in case you can't tell, I'm English. Um, I think I've been to Magic Kingdom once when I was about 10 years old. So quite a while ago. Um, so this recreation was made with Google Street View and YouTube videos of people walking around the park and on the rides, etc. So if you're really familiar with the park, it probably doesn't look so much like this anymore. Again, it's probably a little bit dated, but it may well just be a bit of a mishmash of times and things that were around at what time, because I don't know the park very well. So I was just kind of using reference material that I had and stitching things together as best as I could fathom as how it worked. Um, Most of the exterior or outside rides are in place. However, anything that's sort of in a show building, like for example Space Mountain or Haunted Mansion, Pirates of the Caribbean, etc., they don't have a ride. It's just the show building. Because to be honest, building rides and roller coasters is like my least favorite part of this game. I just like building buildings really, and creating the scenery, etc. Like if it actually comes, I did make the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. My God, that took me so long. Like, yeah, it's not my strong point, and it's not my favorite bit either. But yeah, pretty conclusive in my opinion. Sorry, it's all like, oh gosh, where because obviously the pathing, like you can see up here in Fantasyland, like the pathing in Planet Coaster One was like a bit difficult. So what I did was laid the pathing kind of as best as I could, and then overlaid it on top of all of the pathing these pavement pieces to fill in all the gaps basically, and have it going where I wanted it to go and act as if everywhere was walkable. But obviously everywhere is not walkable. But yeah, I'll just give you a quick show around just so you can see. I posted some screenshots on oh god, now what's this forum called? Park Crafters. Um, so yeah, I thought I'd just do a little video as well. But so starting off with the whole entrance bit, we've got the steamboat entrance, and then this little bus station drop off area, and of course the monorail, which just goes around in a big loop basically. It goes up there, turns around, comes back, goes in there, turns around, and that's it. But it looks the part, so long as you don't look too far into the corners, it's not so bad. And of course, the iconic station which I was really pleased with at the time. And it still looks good. I think it holds up quite well today. But compared to some of the Magic Kingdom builds I've seen of people that other people have done in Planet Coaster 1 and Planet Coaster 2, it looks pretty trash, to be honest. But yeah, I'm still pleased with it. I'm still proud of it. This project took me well over a year in total, so yeah, I'm proud of it. Main Street, of course. What is there to say about Main Street? I tried to do all the sort of backstagey areas as well, as best as I could. And you'll notice there's a lot of things from the Theme Maker's Toolkit, like these, I don't know what you call these things, cherry pickers. I don't know, those things, and maybe some other things as well. But yeah, heading down Main Street, it's probably got, again, I can't remember when I was here. I don't know if this is accurate. It was accurate to Google Street View when I made it. There's that fantastic Casey's Corner, which was from the workshop. I'm sorry I can't remember the name of the person who made it, but if you happen to be watching, thanks. That was good. And of course, the Castle Plaza, which I feel has changed now. I don't know to what. I know there's a lot of work going on at Magic Kingdom these days, but I'm not really keeping up with it, so I don't really know. Castle Stage. The castle was my favourite thing to build because just look at it, it's so cool. This, my favourite bit was this kind of crisscross effect on the roof. I don't know why, I just like it. But we'll go around in a clockwise direction. Crystal Palace, which is cool. And I might put some kind of Crystal Palace homage in my new build that I'm working on Planet Coaster 2. And when I say Crystal Palace, I don't mean this Crystal Palace. I mean the one that was in London. If anybody's aware of it. When was it? The Victorian times or the early 20th century? There was a big, kind of like a World's Fair, I think, but I don't think it was World's Fair in London. And then they built this huge thing out of glass called Crystal Palace, but unfortunately it burnt down, I think, in the 50s or 60s. Anyhow, let's move on to Adventureland, which was my favourite. Now, when I loaded this park in, it did say there were some audio files missing because before I had downloaded from YouTube all of the area music loops, and Adventureland was one of my favourite ones. So you'll have to kind of imagine the sort of tiki vibes. Club 33, which is cool. I like that. Moving around quickly. Swiss Family Treehouse. Yeah, not a ride. I don't think I made that either. I think that was from the workshop as well. Yeah. The Skipper Canteen took me, if I remember rightly, a long time, and I don't know why. I think it's because it's this round shape. It took me a long time. Without scaling, etc., it was difficult. Moving through quickly. Is this the magic carpets? What it should be? But this kind of works. I tell you what as well, I didn't make these camels. Somebody, is that from Nah, that's definitely from Theme Maker's Toolkit. Nobody made that with art shapes. Jungle Cruise. This is my favorite. I've never been on Jungle Cruise, but just the whole vibe and the radio loop that plays for the queue. I absolutely adore it. And the ride doesn't, it just goes around. There's no theming on it, unfortunately. Because back in the day, this was really pushing my computer to the limits, as you can probably imagine. So to add any more pieces for all of the rides and interiors and things would have been just too much. But this is the Tiki room, I think, which was a lot of fun to build. This thatched Polynesian kind of style, and this pagoda here, very fun. Enjoyed that. Moving around into Pirates of the Caribbean here. I think that was from Theme Maker's Toolkit as well. Moving through into Frontierland. this kind of whole corner here, like anyone who's familiar with the park, this like Pirates of the Caribbean bit, and it kind of goes around the corner into Frontierland proper. I never really got that land, like understood it. Like I guess that I get that it's like a transition area between the two areas, but I don't know, it just kind of felt a bit lifeless. Maybe I'm missing something. It's quite possible. As I said, Splash Mountain, I didn't make that. That was from the workshop, and it's non-functional because, as you can see, it's right on the edge of the park. So yeah, that's just scenery, I'm afraid. I don't know if this is super accurate. Frontierland Railway Station. If it is actually in this location in the real park or not, I think I guessed at that. But I'm super happy with Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, which I did make and is actually functional. I love this whole bit down here with like the steam and the water things, whatever you call them things. And I believe this whole area at the moment, is this Tom Sawyer's Island or something like that? It's all been filled in. I think they're changing it into something else. Not too sure. Which kind of feels like a shame, although I don't know the place in reality. Like, I spent a lot of time studying it for this, so I feel a little bit sad about that. But I do enjoy this boardwalk bit here. What is that? Oh, it's like a windmill thing. Oh yeah, the Country Bear Jamboree, of course. And then Liberty Square, which I think was, I think I said Adventureland was like my favourite, but actually I quite like doing this Liberty Square. I remember this like Dutch looking building here. God, that looks terrible. I could do that so much better now. But yeah, I really enjoyed doing this area with the steamboat on the waterfront and this path thing here. I'm sure I remember reading that it was like supposed to be the sewer, like the open sewer or something. That's what it was for in the real park, like to show that. Anyhow, um, Haunted Mansion facade again. There's like a big show building, but nothing in it. But yeah, really pleased with how that looks. And a quick tour through Fantasyland and the back of the castle. Like, you'd think this would be one of the easier areas to do because of all of the fairy tale pieces that came in Planet Coaster, but not really, because everything was so big and you have to add a lot of detail to things to get them to look like in any way realistic. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with how it went. Like, and again, you can see I kind of know what this is supposed to be in the real park, but there's nothing in there. I just couldn't. Let's move through to this. Oh gosh, I can't remember what they call it, but it's a restaurant, I think, in here. And I really love the like forced perspective of this castle, which is teeny tiny up here, but and it works well in the game from the entrance. Like, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty passable. I'll take that. And then we've got the Seven Dwarves Mine Train, which, as you can see, is functioning. Everything's just on test. Geez, my computer would have exploded if I'd have opened this park and like had all of the guests walking around. There would have been too much. Gaston, that's from one of the films. I don't know. I can't remember. My Disney knowledge is not so great. I'm more into like the parks and attractions rather than the actual Disney stuff. This is something to do with the Little Mermaid, I think. Not really too sure. Storybook Circus. Dumbo, I believe that is Dumbo. And is this like Casey Jr.? I don't think I made this train either. I think that was from the workshop. Oh yeah, Fantasyland. No, yeah, Fantasyland Station. Not sure. Goofy Barnstormer is this one, which looks pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let's go into what's this in here? Oh, teacups. I don't know what ride that is in real life. I definitely remember when I was 10 years old driving around on this is it the Tomorrowland Speedway? I remember going around on that and it being quite fun. But I really enjoyed doing these Tomorrowland kind of abstracty buildings with like real glass pieces and stuff. Like again, they have no interiors, but yeah. Oh, and the People Mover. Love the People Mover. Hoping we get some. We need more transport rides in Planet Coaster 2. We need a People Mover, and yeah, we need a People Mover, please. And also have the ability that all of the rides can be transport rides, like because the big screen tour buses, I would like for those to have multiple stations and act as transport rides as well. Because I don't really like the bus. Sorry, don't like the bus. Space Mountain. Look at it, iconic. It's empty. There's nothing. There's nothing at all in here. Carousel of Progress, as the Americans would say. I can't remember where the actual station is for the People Mover, but it is in this bit in real life. It's like a big circular thing, if I remember rightly, but that's not possible in the game. So I've probably hidden it somewhere. But I love this bit. This is like iconic here. It took me so long to do all of these like fin things on the building and these like decal things on the path. But yeah, super pleased with it. It's been a while since I loaded this up. 6 years, in fact. So yeah, that's it. I think it is on the workshop. I'm not quite sure where or how, but I'll try and find it and put a link in the description or the comments if anybody still plays Planet Coaster 1 and wants to have a look around themselves. But yeah, thanks for watching.